So somehow I'm enjoying making these videos a little bit about man and woman, and because there's just so much drama there. So this is kind of like a fun. Those are my fun videos. I mean, semen retention. That's where it's at. That's gonna make all this other stuff easier. But I gotta do some fun videos sometimes. So this is what we're doing now. Why it feels so impossible to get a good girlfriend. But see, if let's say my audience was predominantly female, I could make the same video, why is it hard to get a good boyfriend? So it's not like girls are the problem or guys are the problem. There's no problem, there's differences, and the differences are so vast that there appears to be a problem. That's the problem. Because girls can complain too and say, what's up with I can't get every guy I'm with, they're the same. They only care about how I look and my ass and all this, and then we go into public and they can't stop looking at other girls, and it's like, don't you see what's here? Like, I'm your girlfriend, but they still like to look around. There's so many complaints that women have too. But anyway, this video, it's more about why does it feel it's difficult to get a girlfriend? There's so many things. I had to write some things down. I mean, I'm not even scratching the surface here because there's so much we can say, but these things felt, the most valid to say. So a big thing is, look, this planet has all levels. You got people like Jeffrey Dahmer, who used to kill people and eat them. And then you got avatars or saints like Jesus or Buddha or Krishna or Saint Francis. And then you got everything in between. This is what you got. So then God's like, okay, work it out. Give you this stew of just so many different levels of consciousness and flavors and characters and temperaments and gender and everything. What's the new thing now? People like to say there's like 152 genders or something. I mean, man, please. You're a guy or you're a girl. If you're a guy and you like guys, cool, but you're still a guy. And vice versa. The mind loves concepts, like new concepts. Okay, what can I get behind now? Give me a new concept and let's make drama. And I'm going to call you something if you don't understand what I'm saying, and all this mess, That's why I like the woods. I like nature. I just chill. Animals don't care about this stupid stuff, You find yourself inside, you're good. That's it. That's what you do. Semen retention, good lifestyle habit, spiritual practice. You come into some kind of synergy inside yourself. Your energies start to get more balanced, and you just feel good. And you don't waste your time with all this drama and hearsay and propaganda. So everybody's in a different stage of growth. So, see, I would meet a girl, we'd both be like pretty similar in consciousness. Consciousness is where it's at. This is going to be the determiner of whether or not you guys get along really good or stay together for a long time. Is your spiritual maturity. The looks, all that, okay, that might attract you for a second, but that's not going to hold it together. Your level of maturity as far as your consciousness goes, this is where it's at. So we would meet and we'd be pretty similar. But then after some time, one of us, not going to say me, we would start growing more, and the other one would be a little bit, and the other one, and then it ends. So this is why relationships don't end. So why does that happen? Because we all have different lessons, different karma, different everything to learn. It depends, is your desire to really build character and to transcend defects of character and to grow in consciousness, is this your main thing? If it's one of the partner's main things but not the other, it's not going to work. If somebody, it doesn't feel easy to transcend ego and selfishness, and everybody has it, and it's deep rooted. Relationships will bring that out like nothing else. You'll find out where you're at. Somebody can look and appear in public like, oh, I'm just so nice person. Yeah, I'm so calm. Yeah, put them in a relationship for a little bit. and you'll see where they're at. So if both people know that from the beginning, they're like, okay, divine has orchestrated this so that we can grow. So hang on, we're getting along good now, but it's coming. If you can talk about that at the beginning, that's fun. And then it'll take the edge off. The shock will be less when there's some drama that happens. Because there will be. There'll be we all have these expectations hiding inside, what we want from the person, particularly our partner. Ideally, it would be nice if we were like the children when I don't know, I remember I was in Michigan and in the snow. I was 5, 6 years old, and we'd play with the guys and the girls, and we'd have snowball fights and all that. It was great. I wasn't like, I didn't have any projection on her at all about, ooh, how does she look? Am I going to get in bed with her? None of that. She didn't have any projection on me about, ooh, does this guy got some money? Is he going to buy my school lunch? Nothing like that. It was pure. We just play because we're playing. Somebody says, why do you like her? I like her. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm playing with her. That's it. Go talk your adult talk. I'm having fun. So this is kind of what we have to come back to if we really want to enjoy a relationship. I think that's another video, though. I'm going to make a video on why women some women appear to be so selfish, and then we're going to get into that. So we're all in different stages, different levels, different growing potentials, capacities, everything. This starts to really conflict after, I don't know, a couple months, 3 months, after you have sex. All that stuff starts coming out. Maybe I have some unrealistic expectations that I want you to fulfill, and you're not doing it. And I don't even know their expectations. I just I want you to dress better or something. But it don't come off like that. It comes off, see, we do things in a very slick, sly way. Like, oh, you're going to wear that? Okay. Something. There's many examples. And then that brings up insecurity in the other person. Then they think, oh, he doesn't like me. Then they feel like, ooh, maybe he's going to cheat on me, and so I need to leave him before he leaves me. And there's a million different scenarios, but it's all because it's activating these things in us that we need to transcend and get over. So if both people aren't willing to do that, the relationship's not going to last long. Unless you just sweep everything under the carpet, never look at anything. If anger comes up, you just dismiss it and just stuff it down, sexualize it away, whatever. Have multiple partners so you never really current with each other. Okay, if you want to call that working, if you want to call that successful, okay. I think those are what the swinger people do when they go to those. They're just, I don't think they have any depth there. And nowadays, it's like everything is a transaction. It's not pure. It's not like the kids. I keep bringing it back to the kids analogy because that's a good gauge, a good measuring stick on what purity is. Nowadays, it's like, I want to make sure I don't get into the other video. Nowadays, the other topic that I want to make, I don't want to put them all together, I'm going to give you, I like giving personal examples, real life experience, so then it's not so abstract, and then it's more tangible. I've been lucky in the sense, I've had like 3.5, 4 good chemistry type relationship girls. Okay, I've shared that before. Now, let's say 3 though. The other one, I was like, a late teen, and I don't know, I don't really count that. 2 out of the 3 girls, they never asked me for money or anything. It wasn't like that. And the last girl, she wanted money. But it don't come across like that. And this is what I mean, that a lot of relationships, it's like sophisticated high-class prostitution. It's like, okay, I'll have sex with you, but then you're going to have to buy stuff for me. You're going to have to like give me money. That's never spoken. It's more honest if you just go buy a girlfriend. Go to Thailand and buy a girlfriend for hire. And then you know, like both know what's going on. But in this society, it's like that's what's going on, but it's not spoken, and it's all stealth, you know. And why is it before this is always this is what I try to ask her. Before we met, we were hanging out and enjoying, having fun, do a little plant medicine, all right, and then all of a sudden it got sexual. She started it, and then all of a sudden now it became more transactional. The relationship became more like business or something, and I could feel it energetically. And she said once, you something like, you know, yeah, like you give me. She didn't say this overtly, but this is what she's saying. I listen to the subtext. I don't care what your words, your gross level of words are. I'm listening to what you're really saying. She said, basically, hey, if I'm giving you love and care and having sex with you, so hook me up, man. Like, what are you going to do for me? That's super transactional. That's not real love. Real love is you love this person unconditional. You'll be there for them anytime they need help. You're not going to like make it contingent upon like them doing something. Real love you can't control. It's in your heart. It's there. God put it there. You can't ignore it. It's there. It's like a parent with their son, although that's a little less pure. It's instinctual. The parent can't help it. The mom and the daughter or son, like they can't help it. That's an instinctual love. But this love I'm talking about, it's more pure in the sense when you don't know the person, when they're not part of your bloodline, but yet you feel this deep love. That's like, yeah, it's more pure. So that level of love isn't contingent upon you doing something. It's just not. How are you going to say you're giving me love and care, but yet you're going to take it away if I don't do something? It's not love and care. That's a good prostitute. Like, seriously, like, go make money doing that. I've said before, the best prostitutes are the ones that are really good liars. You know the best liars? They lie to their own self. This is the best liar. So you guys, you could make $1 million if you wanted to. And it's cool. Like, enjoy that experience, you know. But if you're a guy and you want to, you know, a girl where you can actually have some authenticity, then you might not want to mess with them. But you might need to mess with them to see what it is so you can recognize it. Life's like this. It's opposite polarities. You got to, like, taste the dirt and drama and pain so that then you know what to stay away from. It's like it's a hot stove, but you don't know it's hot until your hand's been on it for a while, and then you're like, oh, it's hot. This is life. So you'll be all right. Like, we just gotta. This is what we're here to do. We're here to transcend stuff. The other thing, male and female, they're so wired differently. I've shared before in any video I make about girls or relationships, I talk about how different they are wired. Emotionally, the woman is like, I don't know, from 1 to 10, she's like an 8. You know, like when it's like when God's picking all the software to install into this human construct. He's like, okay, the girls, 8. As far as intensity goes. The guys, I don't know, 3, 4, something. You see, that's a big contrast right there. Same with intellect and ego. Guys, 8. Girls, 3, 4. They're more. Let's make them more feeling, more intuitive, and then watch. They're gonna meet and have drama. Ha ha ha. God's laughing. He's laughing while he's inside these bodies also, though. We couldn't exist if it wasn't for this, you can say, God molecule or essence. So God's running this whole show. The name of the game is transcending, understanding, growing. It takes time. It's just, you can't be a teen or 20s and you're not. I didn't have the same level of wisdom and consciousness that I do now. There's no way. You can't. So you have to understand that from the get-go. That's why I like to share this spiritual principle. It's a paradox. You tune yourself to growth as much as you can. Make that the most important thing in your life as best as you can. At the same time, you give yourself total space to make mistakes, because that's part of the growing process. You can't grow if you don't make mistakes. Just analyze yourself, do introspection always, so that then just look at yourself, look what's going on. If you're in a relationship or you're in life and there's some drama or trauma, look at it. Take some time later that night and look and see, like, where am I to blame? What could I have done different? That accelerates your growth. See, this is what we're trying to do here. So all that stuff combined that I said, can you see why it's difficult for a man and woman to get along? And then that translates into saying, I can't find a good girlfriend, or I can't find a good boyfriend. That's kind of like a superficial way of saying what the real truth is. Man, there's so many variables and cofactors here that of course it's going to be difficult. You know, either it's like this. Let's say there's three options. If you get into a relationship that you really, it gets you, you're like, you have strong feelings for the other. Either you just become okay with the drama. There's people that live in super abusive relationships, mentally, physically, emotionally, and they just deal with it. They're like, this is whatever, this is what it is. Or when stuff comes up, you don't look at it. You just sweep it on the carpet. Okay, don't really, let's have sex so we can forget about this stuff that came up. You're basically unconscious. You're not current in the relationship. There's that option, or the highest, best option is both people, when stuff comes up, they look at it, they're willing to grow, they share, they're honest with each other, communication, they can articulate how they feel, they don't blame each other as best as they can, and this is you could say, the highest purpose of the relationship. Actually, the highest purpose is to recognize your God essence in the other person. But if you do this, what I just said about using a relationship as growth, then this is going to be automatic, because you're going to want to transcend the level of humanness at some point. You're going to be like, is there something beyond this? And both of you will be like, yeah, let's go find it. And then you find some spiritual practice, and then etc. So that's why it's hard to get a good girlfriend. All right, I'm going to make another one on why women appear to be so selfish. Appear. Whoa, there's like a bug in my hand. I didn't know it. Appear, though. See, they're everything's in appearance, and so I'm not hitting women or nothing. I'm just the predominant audience I have is male, so this is I'm talking more about girls in relation to a guy's perspective. That's all. See you soon.